Sabalenka didn't just beat Naomi Osaka at Indian Wells. She questioned one of the biggest career decisions Osaka has made in years. And when the world number one says, laughing, that your move wasn't a smart decision, tennis fans immediately start asking one thing: what's really going on behind the scenes? Because this story isn't just about a fourth-round match. It's about agencies, millions of dollars, and two of the most powerful brands in women's tennis quietly competing off the court. When Aryna Sabalenka and Naomi Osaka walked onto court one at Indian Wells, most fans expected a tennis showdown. But sitting courtside was a reminder of a much bigger business story. Stuart Duguid, Naomi Osaka's longtime manager, was there with Sabalenka's team. If that sounds confusing, it should, because just a few years ago, Duguid and Osaka launched their own agency together called Evolve. The idea sounded revolutionary at the time. Athletes controlling their own brand, their own deals, their own direction. But late last year, Osaka suddenly announced she was leaving Evolve after her contract expired. Her explanation was short but revealing. She said the project simply wasn't what had been promised. And then came the twist. Osaka decided to return to IMG, the same agency that represented her earlier in her career during her rise to global superstardom. Reports say she's now working with super agent Max Eisenbud, a name famous for managing stars like Maria Sharapova and Emma Raducanu. So where does Sabalenka fit into all this? Well, here's the ironic part. Sabalenka did the exact opposite move. She left IMG and joined Evolve in 2025. That's why her comment raised eyebrows. Sabalenka openly said she felt sorry for Osaka going back to IMG and joked that it wasn't a smart move. She even added that now she gets more attention from the team that used to balance both players. Classic Sabalenka honesty. But behind the humor, there's a deeper story about how both players see their careers. Sabalenka has been extremely vocal about wanting more control over her image. Fashion projects, social media, brand collaborations, the whole package. She believed IMG wasn't pushing those opportunities strongly enough. Since joining Evolve, her brand has exploded. In the past year alone, she's landed a massive partnership with Emirates and a global ambassador role with Gucci. She's also been active in exhibition events and high-profile promotions that expanded her visibility far beyond the court. Financially, the results are obvious. Sabalenka reportedly earned around $30 million in 2025, with nearly half of that coming from off-court business. That made her one of the highest-earning female athletes in the world. But here's the twist in the story. Even with that success, Osaka still owns one of the biggest financial records in sports history. In 2021, she earned around $60 million in a single year, mostly through endorsements. That number still towers over almost everyone in women's sports. So while Sabalenka may feel confident about her agency choice, Osaka's track record proves her strategy can work too. Which brings us back to Indian Wells. Because while the business rivalry might be fascinating, the tennis still matters most. And on this day, Sabalenka had the edge, beating Osaka in straight sets to move deeper into the tournament. Still, this story feels far from finished. Two global stars, two completely different agency strategies, and a quiet rivalry that now exists both on and off the court. So here's the real question for you. If you were a top tennis player today, would you choose the security of a giant agency like IMG or the freedom of a smaller athlete-driven company like Evolve? Drop your answer in the comments because this debate might shape the future of tennis business. And if you enjoy breaking down the stories behind the headlines, stay tuned. This is Tennis IQ, where the game inside tennis becomes a story.